Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that this show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I'm Chip,
I'm Cern.
and you're listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. We've started another podcast off swimmingly with some Petaluma Hills Brewing Company Lion and Twine IPA and Indian Pale Ale. Cerny, first thoughts.
I love it. Actually, I do. It's light.
Love it. Jesus, another tall can. What's the stats on this one? 6.1 alcohol by volume.
And you don't taste it. You don't. It doesn't have a real big bite to it.
Does that speak to our condition or?
It might be.
Okay. Anyway, we are here today to recap. I think, I just realized I was looking through. We're over 75 episodes of the Chip and Cern.
Wow.
And I'm sure at some point or another we have talked about fantasy baseball. And we probably had Stat Boy Dana on.
There you go.
Where is it?
He's finding it.
Oh.
He's finding it.
Joe smells.
No, Joe does smell.
Joe smells.
Oh.
That boy. There you go.
There he is.
There he is.
So we probably had Dana on to talk fantasy. This is probably last year, I would think.
Yes, I think so too.
And we started up again, much to Chip's chagrin. Fuck that Chipper guy. And the season's, let's say,
We're underway.
halfway. All-Star break's halfway, I guess, right?
Yeah. So
But-
no, we're not halfway.
So,
yet.
We're closer to halfway than just starting.
So let me give you a standings if you want some.
No, hold on. I already know where I fucking stand in this bullshit, but if that, how are you feeling overall about about fantasy this year, Cerny?
Not good.
Are we trying to impeach?
Oh,
Who's
the
going to get
commish?
impeached quicker, Trump or Joe, as the
Ooh, that's a good question.
commissioner?
Joe smells.
I'm gonna go with Joe.
Okay, this is our second year with
There's always
Joe
been rumblings about him getting impeached
yeah.
and overthrown.
So I feel I'm. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You can give the standings.
So number one, the semen lover.
Tony's a seaman lover.
Yes, he's in first place. He's 7-1.
Damn. With yeah, that's solid.
Number two is the smelly one.
Joe smells.
He's 6-2. And actually, CERN gave him one of his 2 losses.
That a boy.
Number 3 is Angels in the Trout Field. I don't know who that is.
Yeah. I would say this league is Chip and Cern Show, friends of the Chip and Cern Show, and then Joe's friends.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Now, number 4, Joe Buck Yourself. Now, he's a new Chip and Cern Show friend.
Yeah.
We met him at Dana's bachelor party, and I welcomed him with open arms. You?
Yeah. That was fun. We hit with them a little bit because we mixed it up there on the. You can go back and listen to one of our golf episodes there. Actually, have you hit golf since?
I have not.
Okay. Now, I went to Target the other day because it's, if the wife's like, I need a break or whatever, needs to get something done, I'll take the kid to Target and we'll walk around. The wiffle golf balls.
Oh,
And I bought a 20-pack
okay.
and I put them in my lawn. I get my lob wedge out and I just hit them into my
It's a
car.
good idea. It's a
Yeah.
good idea.
So my short game is going to be fucking on point.
On
but
point. On fleek.
Yeah, on fleek. But other than that, I'll run into a driver every once in a while. But the middle game is kind of shit. But
Sitting at 5th place,
ooh,
our very own stat boy.
oh,
Stat boy. Dana. He is at
500.
500, 4-4.
even 500 for himself.
At number 6, now he's also 4-4, but it comes down to points scored and whatnot. Is
Dana's outscoring him by 100.
yeah.
Actually, Dana has the most fucking points, and he's What?
He does.
Wow.
Dan has the most points.
But he's in 6th place or
Wow.
5th place.
No. Bad luck. Dan.
Serves him right.
Panic at the Frisco. He's number 6.
Okay.
Strowman's Troopers. Well, we don't know who this is.
No.
Number 7 at 4 and 4.
500 as well.
Number 8.
Hmm.
JG Squad. Don't know who that is
I
there.
don't know.
Number 9.
Cougar Hunter.
We do know who this is. Cougar Hunter.
We
Now,
needed like a cougar.
he is a Chip and Stern Show critic. And
I mean, there's
one of the many
get in line.
Chip and Stern Show critics. He also poaches ladies twice his age.
At least.
Hence Cougar
That's
Hunter.
where he starts. Yeah. Now, Cougar Hunter, he's got a. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say he's got a. But 3 and 5 is not good.
No. Coming in number 10. Very own CERN. 3 and 5. I started out at, I think it was 3 and 0. Had some rough DL experiences, and I took a slide.
We need the sounder. That's the Price is Right. Harry's carries Heart 8. 11.
And number 12, coming in last place. Harper's Heroes. I don't know who that is, but
Fuck that chipper guy.
he's coming in last place.
My win percentage is 0.125.
1 and 7. 1 and 7.
Actually, I don't even have the least amount of points either. But
No, Mr. Gary's Carry Zumbag or whatever the fuck he is.
fuck, I don't know. I mean, this is the position we were in last year, Cerny.
It is. Actually, at this point in time, I had no wins. Remember, I was 0 and 11.
That's right. And you ran into Tony and you fucking cockflogged him.
Yeah, I did.
What is it now? What's the most upsetting out of the standings to you? And this is early.
And this is the Seaman Lover number 1.
Yeah, I will agree with that. I have another. Where's our other Tony? Tony, who doesn't listen, he's a son of a bitch. Tony's a seaman lover.
Yes. Both are correct.
The 7 and 1, the 1 part bothers me.
I don't know who he lost to. It wasn't me.
He is losing this week though, handily. Like there's no way he can win.
Who's on this team? Posey,
Now,
Carpenter.
Joe will say this.
Joe smells.
Excuses are like
is
assholes.
true.
Everyone has them, right?
And they stink.
What is your what's your main excuse that you have?
The DL. I had my number 1, my number 3 and 4 pick all go on DL. So I just got, it was all right in a row. So Josh Donaldson with number 1 pick, he went on DL 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in. Cespedes, and then my best pitcher,
Boyd?
Kluber.
Okay.
They all went on DL together. They all had a little DL party. So my number 1, 3, and 4 pick were not playing.
No, I can't speak for half the league. But the half that I do know, I know that CERN and I probably do the least amount of transacting.
Yes.
Like, I see that people are picking people up and dropping and I'm kind of, I have my set lineup sort of, and
I do agree. Now, we had a bogus trade. Did you veto it? Did you vote against it?
I didn't do anything on
No, I voted against it.
it. What does it do?
I don't know. I was just being a pain in the
Like,
ass.
I know. We should start just trying to veto everything.
Yeah.
Hey, haters!
I don't even remember what the trade was. It wasn't even that bad. It was like Jake Lamb for, I don't know. I was just trying to be a pain in the ass.
Right. Whenever a trade comes across, I'm like, who am I to say this isn't?
Yeah.
Now, if
I
you
think
look-
because it was going to Joe or because Joe was part
Yeah.
of it, I was just going to vote against
did he
just-
text us or something too? Like,
He did.
blockbuster trade.
Yeah,
coming through
yeah,
the
Blockbuster
pipes.
trades, and then started vetoing it. And that's when the commission, we're gonna overthrow them, and he got all
That's great.
got all sour grapes on us.
Now, here is the amount of moves people have made. Chip and CERN, 13 apiece. That's the second lowest
Oh boy,
of the whole league. Someone has made 9 moves. Someone has made 43 moves. Joe has made 38 moves.
What?
So almost 2 to 3 times the amount
Wow.
of moves. Now, I was plagued by the same DL. I had Mad Bum on my team, Madison Bumgarner,
Okay.
fucking ripping his dirt bike around like a fucking slap dick. Now he's out. Top pick, Adrian Beltre. Oh, I picked him up knowing he was on the DL, but it was like, oh, he's going to be back in May, and now it's like delayed a little bit. He is back now, but
Yeah, I was saying he just hit a jack.
I know. And I just don't have the time every day to.
Not every day. Now, I played in a league. It was a pain in the ass, but on some levels, now I like it,
Mhm.
where you had to set your lineup on Sunday, and whatever it was,
I would prefer that.
the only bad part was, and I always agree with that. Now I do. The only bad part was when you said it on fucking Sunday, and then on Monday someone would go on the DL. You're like, fuck you! You get a 0 because it was set. It was
Oh,
all
like
your pitch,
catcher
everything.
has a 0
Everything
for
was
yeah.
set. It was you couldn't change it after that. It was the worst.
Now,
But everything else was great because it was just like almost like fantasy football.
okay,
Fantasy
yeah.
football, you said it once.
Yeah.
So you said it. You kind of have to read reports like, so and so has a fucking hurt vagina or something like that. Then you might want to take note.
Right. Now, I'm looking at Tony's team right now. He's got
I was looking at
Posey,
some too.
Dozer, Xander, Bogarts, or whatever. These guys are spitting up big points. Oh, damn. Tony has, 6 people in the DL right now.
Yeah, he does have some DL action.
Oh, my. Tony has no wiggle room with his pitching staff. He has all DL. Chapman. Wow. That's probably why he's only scored fucking 88 points this week. Damn, Tony's losing by almost 200. He's losing by 160. Good. Put him in his fucking place where he
Good.
belongs.
Especially for that bottom feeders comment. So we have
I
a
know.
text. We have a text line, and he was talking about giving the bottom feeders their day.
You know, talking shit like,
Yeah, the usual shit.
yeah, as to be expected.
We get it.
Now, I feel you can be sort of successful in fantasy baseball if you're doing the pitcher thing. Like, okay, I need to score 20, X amount of points, and you shuffle around. You have 3 pitchers in your squad, but you're not keeping them for more than 2 weeks because you're always picking up somebody who's got to start, hoping that someone runs into a good start, right?
So
And I play that game sometimes, but it's too much effort for me. I don't have the time to invest into that. What say you?
I have some pitchers.
But every week, are you looking like, okay, I need 10 points this week, and you're looking who's starting on Friday, who's starting on Saturday, and picking up a couple people?
Sometimes at the very end where I'm like, ooh, this could be close.
Yeah, you
I'm
need
gonna
some
I'm gonna
points.
pick somebody up and I'm gonna drop a bum. But for the most part,
I've done it a couple times, and it's never really panned out for me. But
it's only panned out for me. I think once I had I have it right here. Boyd. Matthew Boyd.
okay.
He's a pitcher for the Tigers. He's decent enough. He's not great.
Let me see what who's carrying Joe? Now, nothing irks me more than, because another thing that kind of crippled me a little bit was when I was on my vacation, which if you heard the Chip's vacation recap pod, I was on vacation and it was 9 days. So I missed a lot of fantasy, and I was more worried about hitting my quota of beer drink than making sure my pitcher.
So luckily for CERN, I was playing Chip that week.
I mean, I'm sure I scored like 60 points or something.
Yeah,
It was
somehow
yeah.
I rolled it over you.
And I was like, I wasn't really paying too much attention to anything. But that doesn't help at all. And
Yeah.
Dana had the same thing because Dana went on his honeymoon.
Yeah, we were. I think
And
I
we
played
were-
him too. I
yeah.
want to wax him too.
Yeah, so that's how Cerny's got his 2 wins at least.
Yeah.
And we were Dana. I remember doing full honeymoon bullshit. Like, I get it, Dana. You're trying to get laid, not trying to fucking set your pictures for the next couple days.
What was it? Balls empty,
Yeah.
full belly.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Empty balls, full belly.
Empty balls,
Perfect.
full belly.
Perfect.
That's the goal of the honeymoon. But recently I have a couple solid outfielders on my team, and I'll have one on the bench, and I'll look, 18 point.
Ugh.
I'm like, fuck.
You know, I had that the other day where I was like, I checked in the morning. It was like Adam Jones day to day.
It's
So I
not
benched
the
him.
injury thing. It's just,
I just benched him.
yeah.
You know, homer, and he was here like 11 points. It's like, you, fuck you.
You lose
Thought
the
you
week
were-
by 8 points.
Yeah, I thought you were day to day. I thought you were day to day.
I have, what's my, this has happened to me, and I don't know the best sort of strategy. I kind of play who's hot. Like, I'll look how in the past 7 days, how hot were you, how many points you have.
Yeah.
Like, and I'll kind of pick people up based on that. But it's probably bit me in the ass more than not.
I think more than times than not, you missed the boat.
Yeah.
Like,
And-
they're hot, but then you play them in and like, oh,
Oh, fucking
ship
go
has
for it, go
sailed.
for it.
Fun fucked.
Now, earlier this week or today or whatever, a dude threw a no-hitter on the Marlins.
Yes.
And I'm immediately looking like, who had this person on their team? How many
Yeah,
points?
I was
'Cause it's
looking
a
too. I
big
was like,
thing.
who had this person? And then you text.
It was a 30 something 40-point day for a no-hitter.
Yeah.
On the waivers, like free agent rather. And I'm like, oh damn! And you know, someone's gonna go pick him up.
Yeah.
Now, when you look in the Yahoo Fantasy, it shows, oh, I'll get an alert on my team like 5,000 people dropped
Yeah.
this
I get that
person,
too,
or
yes.
10,000 people picked. Do you act on those very much, or
No, I don't.
you just? I think
I usually act upon. And obviously, I'm 3 and 5, so I'm not like.
right. I'm 1 and 7, so
Fucking
don't
guru.
listen to anything. That I
But
say.
I usually, when I watch MLB Network, and like so and so had again, they kind of like break down that this guy's gonna be great. You know, like okay, I'll go act upon that. But I'm actually surprised that Volquez was open, was available.
I agree, because he was on the world champion Royals a year or two
He
ago. right?
was. I mean, we heard. Did you watch the? You know, did you watch the no hitter?
Yeah.
Where it's like, well, he was in the Royals. His dad died during the
Oh,
World
right.
Series. You know, you're gonna hear all that shit.
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Now,
Every inning, his dip in his mouth got bigger. and
bigger. Yeah. Wasn't he the one that gave up the Grand Slam to Crawford in the 14 series?
Oh, I don't know.
Because he was a Pirate at that point in time, I believe.
Oh, he was on the Reds too. So remember the Giants beat the Reds, and that was 2012, I think,
You-
or
maybe.
2010.
Maybe I think you're right.
But
I think he was a Pirate. I'm digging deep.
Yeah,
Take it, Dave.
no, I'm not gonna fact check that. Sorry.
You can fact check us and then send it to us either via Twitter,
Oh,
the Chip and
very
Cern
nice.
Show, or you can email us if you want to keep it private. If you don't want to embarrass us in public, chipandcernshow@gmail.com.
which we respect that. Yeah, this Petaluma Hills Line and Twine IPA. Obviously, Chip went to Costco. Picked up some brewskis for everyone.
Yeah.
Petaluma's just up the road here.
I do like this beer.
It's got a good some fruity notes on it.
It's not too harsh. Now again, it could be the state. Chip and Cern have been drinking for a while now.
Well, Cerny got here, and we started off with a double IPA.
This is true.
How many ounces is that? Is that a tall can, at least?
At
Or is
least
it
a tall can.
Plus? How many ounces?
We're trying to have one eye at from across the
Right.
room right now.
Like, I don't have my spectacles on. Yeah,
So
I like it.
I do.
Tall can. They for some reason. I mean, when I think summer drinking, I'm not in. Like, I don't think IPA.
Neither do I. So Chip introduced me to what is that? Gose or Goose beer? The GOSE beer.
Ghost. I believe.
Gose.
Yeah.
So when I went
from Anderson Valley
Anderson Valley,
Brewing Company,
it was
which
Melon
I actually
Ghost.
have some. Yeah.
So I did.
Where'd you get it at?
So
Did I get it at Whole Foods or?
So there wasn't when I went back home. I was in a local store here.
Yeah.
Rayleigh's.
Okay.
It'd be like if you're back east, it'd be like almost like a Piggly Wiggly or something of that nature. So it's like a I know my store, no.
Okay.
So but it's like a local store. They did not have an Anderson Valley Ghost melon beer Ghost.
It's a West Coast local Mendocino brewery.
Yeah,
Well,
so
that
I
makes
actually
sense.
so they had St. Archer.
Oh.
And it was like it was a peach Ghost. And I was like,
Huh.
so I got it. I was like peach, but for some reason I was loving the sours.
Yeah. I've
it-
been into sours lately as well.
So I got it and I was loving it.
Now you can only have. I mean, you just had a regular 12-ounce can.
Yes,
1, 2, maybe.
2.
Yeah, you can't really go more than 2.
I couldn't do 3 or 4.
No, you would be.
They're light, and I was actually doing like yard work, and I was kind of like
Okay.
out and about. So I was like, oh, this is actually, it was good. And I told my wife, you try it. I think you'll actually like this. And
Yeah.
no, it was a swing and a miss. But
Is she not a beer?
she's not a beer person. But I didn't think.
She's not a big drinker in general, but.
No, not unless it's like a margarita or
Oh.
a pina colada. Ooh.
I did like that melon.
I did like it too. I did love that lemon sours or whatever they brewed it
Yeah.
in. I loved it.
It's something I don't know what I can't describe it either, but it is like the sourness. It's a little harsher, but it is sort of refreshing on that.
It is.
on
It
that-
is.
It's not. It's like a
almost like-
warhead almost.
Yeah, the Warhead lemonade kind
Yeah.
of a. I was digging it.
It was. I agree as well. And what did we have that blackberry sour your wife bought us? Remember we were
Yeah,
really
we were
busting her
busting
balls
rolls,
about
but
it. Yeah.
actually it was
It was I liked
decent.
it. Yeah. That was a St. Archer.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Was it the blackberry?
It was
sour or
blackberry. It
something?
was
Yeah,
blackberry.
okay.
It was
All right, we were on it. Yeah, because so the Lagunitas Brewery and tap room is
Oh,
15 minutes from our house. So we'll go up and they have tastings and they have sours and stuff now. And I've been trying to try them out a little bit because I do like it. But I always bring my growler. I have a couple growlers that
gotta
I
bring a growler.
that I go fill up there. And yeah, it's always good. I mean, it's good for a beer or two. And they give you in the goblet. They
Oh,
won't
yeah.
give you a pint of it.
yeah.
So if you listen to the Chips Vacation recap, you'll kind of get that.
Do you get cinnamon beer?
What? No cinnamon beer? Do you have blueberry bubblegum vodka? No.
What? Who doesn't have that?
Now, I just saw California is allowing the option to extend last call to 4 a.m.
Chip and Cern Show
Uh,
cosign.
We're on it.
Duh.
Now, it's not a requirement. But if you're a nightclub or a bar and you want to stay open or you want last call to be at 4, you can do it.
I co-sign this. So, for those who don't know, when we were like 21, right?
Yeah. When we went to New
Chip
York.
and Cern, yeah, we went to New York, and the coolest thing for us was we went to New York.
Just
was
drinking in general.
drinking in general,
Yeah.
and drinking until 4 a.m. because we were used to here, and it was like 2 a.m. and we'd be cut off.
But 2 a.m. is when the bar shuts down, and at 1:30
1:30 they'd
shut
cut us off. And we now, granted, we were 21, so we'd fly back, we were just We started drinking at like 2 p.m.
I mean, we weren't pacing ourselves right.
No, we weren't paying. So we would start drinking like Guinness at like 2 in the afternoon. Now, granted, this was Greenwich Village.
Oh,
Remember, we had no idea that it was the title that it was.
Yeah.
So I remember going there, and where would we go?
There was some like hole in the wall Irish pub, right?
Yeah. Oh no,
We had shots before too.
it was at Rudy's.
Oh, that was like hours later. That was like 8 hours later.
This- This is how it went.
All right, and we need like a doodly
Yeah.
a flashback where we went with. So, okay, we went to New York. Chip and Cern went to New York. First of all, with Tony's family.
yeah.
Tony, where is he? Tony's a seaman lover. Somehow, do you even know why? His family like invited
Invited us to.
seriously Chip and Cern to go with him. And if you listen to the Poop Show, which is like our highest listened to show, that we have a huge poop story about New York.
New York, yeah.
They invited us to go on vacation with
It
them.
was just us two, and then the
Tony's
Tony's
family
family.
and his sisters and stuff.
yeah, and it wasn't
Like why? Why in what fucking world would that be a good idea?
okay. So Chip and Cern show. Chip and Cern are questionable at best,
Oh, at best.
even today at age 30.
and sober.
Yeah, sober. Age 21, Chip
Oh.
and Cern were balls to the wall, just out of
It was
control. There was no rules
No.
for Chip and Cern. So we were invited, and
What? Why? Can we should get we should fucking call Tony right now and say, why did you invite us?
yeah, we just need to know because we did nothing but get everybody in trouble.
All we do.
Tony and his dad were in trouble for
Oh.
hanging around with us nonstop.
Yeah, we were causing problems.
Yeah. So we went.
It was like every morning we would go into Manhattan, or go into Manhattan.
Oh,
Then the girls, Tony's mom and two sisters, would go off and do their own thing, and then the boys would go off and we would go drink because we literally just turned 21 probably months before.
months. Yeah.
So we ended up in Greenwich Village at some Irish, like a legit Irish pub, right?
The first one, I don't remember.
Remember getting Guinness and we had like a Jameson shot before, and
There was okay. So we were in Greenwich Village, and I remember we were walking through there, and I remember you turning around like. So we didn't know Greenwich Village was.
it's like the Castro of
Yeah.
New York. It's
So we didn't know it was like a
predominantly gay. area.
gay area. I remember Chipper going, dude, the guy to girl ratio here is way off. And I was like, I think it is. So I remember like you're going through, and then we ended up at this bar. Remember this like weird bar, and
Is that the place?
no,
I'm
that's
talking about?
that's the place that pulled out the Playboys. Remember that guy?
No.
Oh, so there was a bar
on,
we
though.
we actually stopped at. I don't remember, and he pulled out Playboys. Remember, he asked if we were like gay or something. Remember, and he pulled out the Playboys, and we were like looking at Playboys while we were drinking, washing apples. And then this guy went to the jukebox, and I remember the bartender going, "Hey, don't play that gay shit here. Get the fuck out of here." Remember?
What?
And I was like, "What the fuck?" Remember, like we were like, "What?"
Yeah.
And then we left. And we were looking for the Comedy Cellar.
Okay. Right, because we had
We had tickets. We were
Yeah.
trying to go there. And there was the guy at the cheese shop and whatnot. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
we had to go pee because we were drinking,
right.
washing apples and
Right.
whatnot. So then we went to the barber shop. Or the salon,
salon,
and
yeah.
then whatever it was. And can we go use the bathroom? Only one dude in there at a time or something. Like, okay.
Right, he's
We
like-
were like, okay, because we were naive. We're like, oh, no shit.
That I do remember that specifically because Tony and I went in and we're like, "Hey, do you have a bathroom you can use?" And he said, "Yeah, but not together."
Yeah. Like, oh.
I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna hold his fucking donger
yeah.
while we take a piss."
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sure he's used.
yeah.
It seems like obviously he's had experience.
We didn't know this
Right.
at the time. And I remember Dan and I, or no, it was Adam and I went to We went to like the place across the street. It was just weird. I remember, and then we ended up at the Soho.
Yeah.
Soho Club, like it was like right across the street from the Comedy Cellar or whatever we were drinking.
Oh yeah.
And then we drank at the Comedy Cellar, and then we went to the
Rudy's.
Rudy's Irish.
That was like way later.
Yeah, I don't know.
The giant pig in out front. And my wife and I went back when she graduated from law school. We went back, and I'm like, we got to go to Rudy's. She's like, what? I'm like, we have to go.
It's the best.
And I took her there, and I remember taking a picture in front of the pig, and I sent it to everyone because I knew that you
Yeah.
would get
Oh, yeah.
of that. And I remember being in there, I'm like, yeah, that's not as cool as
Yeah.
as I remember.
Every time we ended up at Rudy's, we
Yeah.
were like way drunk.
They had pictures of, this has nothing to do with fantasy baseball, pictures of like Irish red beer, $7 or something.
Yeah, it was pretty cheap. I remember.
Oh,
I remember.
brutal.
All right, Tony, you son of a bitch, and if your family listens,
Okay.
remember
Tony, who doesn't listen, he's a son of a bitch.
I think I remember his sisters.
Who
One
were
of
not
them-
20. They weren't even
No,
21 yet.
I remember they were like. Remember they were worried about us because we were all fucked up and we were like wandering the streets of New York.
Yeah.
And they remember them like tracking us down. I'm like, what are you guys doing? I'm like, we're partying. I remember she was like, it was like 3 PM. She's like, are you serious? Like, yeah, I'm dead serious.
I mean, all pretty much from when we got up, we were just trying to find the next drink. We were just drinking.
we were just
all the
drinking
time.
pre-gaming. We would go in the hotel and we would like,
Oh.
remember, the captain.
And we had to go to other people's rooms because Chip fucking shut it up.
clogging the toilet.
Fuck that Chipper guy. Clogged it up.
There was,
Would that be now like, okay, let's say boys trip. You, me, Tony, Dana, Joe. We go over to New York. Like, how would that pan out now?
I'd do it again.
Oh, I mean, we would run.
We would do.
Here's how it would go. We would run. I'd like a hotel room, please. 1 room, 2 queens. Thank you.
It would
There'll
be
be
it
4
would be
queens in
nicer
there.
because we. First off,
Oh, we
ladies,
could
ladies
afford
and gentlemen, we got a room in like Jamaica, Queens, with the bullet hole in the
Yeah.
fucking
Hey, man.
with the bullet hole in the elevator
Yeah.
to the.
I'll take the hit on that. That was my fault.
Mine too. I was like, yeah.
Why are you guys trying to spend $300? It says it's $60 here.
Perfect.
Like,
Remember when we got there, the guy pulled over the side.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys don't belong here. Like, yeah,
Like,
no shit.
really, we have fucking your keen sense of observation, sir.
Yeah, thanks. Today,
How many days could we go? Because when we go, we're gonna hit it. Just hit it hard.
even Chip and Cern at
3
30,
or
we're like
4
we
days?
always talk like, well, we're wise, but then
Yeah.
like when we all
Oh,
get together,
we
like,
get fucking sideways.
give me a fucking beer. It's like it's like 7 a.m.
Right.
Shotgun
So
in the shit
How many days do we need?
in
Friday,
New York.
Saturday, Sunday,
Oh yeah, I could do
Monday. Fly back Monday at some
it.
point.
I'm sleeping on the plane. I'm sleeping on the plane on Monday.
Okay. How fucking sideways does that get on us?
Ooh. Sideways. It's,
Especially if Joe's there,
yeah.
it's gonna be a problem.
Sideways. Sideways right up when we get there.
Yeah, but that would be good.
It would be good.
Now the situation's a little different. When we went back when we were 21, I was married. You and Tony were single.
Yeah, we were trying to.
So we were trying to slay some poon, and I was like, whatever, I'll fucking what's it?
Wingman?
Wingman, side wing. I almost said side wing. Trying to wingman it for you guys. But I mean, we were going all over, and it was just like, oh, we got to get Cerny and Tony laid, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was mostly like, let's get as fucked up possible as we can.
And then try
But do you think we would, if we went there now, would we be? Because we went, we saw the sights, we saw Coney Island, we went to the Statue of Liberty, Angel not Angel Island, Ellis Island.
Ellis Island, yeah.
Would we do that stuff, or would it be just like Yankees game, Mets game, fucking get blasted?
That's what I think it would be.
Okay.
If it would be Yankees game, Mets game, and we just get blasted.
I can get behind.
And
that.
and obviously now when we like searching for Poon, I think we would just
Yeah.
go to the baseball games and just get blasted
Right.
and just hang out at the
Right.
bars and just be fucked up and circle jerk
We'll
over
all
the way
have our
home.
Giants hats on. That would be fun.
That would be fun.
Let's
Put it on the schedule.
2020. I mean, we were just being huge slapdicks there too. Remember we went to Ellis Island, Ellis Island, and so that's, if you don't know, maybe you don't have your GED or something, but it's where all the immigrants came in. So
it was
you
like a
go
checkpoint,
in,
to kind of
and you
go.
can go in and you could search Cerny, and you could see, oh, this is my aunt or my whatever. You could search,
Search your names and
Nicodemus. You could search
your-
your last name.
Your relatives that came through to get in the United States, yes.
Now on these old
From Europe.
fucking piece of shit computers they had,
Running DOS.
like now your monitor's a flat screen. These were the old
Bubble.
bowl
Yeah.
thing.
The tube ones, yeah.
How much? It was $10 for an hour or for 20 minutes,
Yes.
right, or whatever. Like you had to pay.
It was like a half hour, I think.
half an hour. I don't remember the amount of money it was, but it was for a certain time period, and it took 2 seconds to type your name in and
Yeah.
see. Okay, you typed in Nicodemus, my last name, and you're like, yep, nobody, or I don't recognize any of these people, and then we look at everyone else.
Yeah. We were done within like 5 minutes, I think.
And
we were
why
done.
was I running the keyboard? That was another question.
I don't know.
We started searching
Harry,
Harry
Ball.
Balls,
Take pictures.
Mike Cunt, and like all this, all these fucking bullshit thing. And we searched Harry Balls, right? Or
Yeah,
what was it?
Harry
And
Balls. It was
and
Harry
hit-
Balls Edison.
It hit a couple of results. Like there's a couple people named Harry Balls that immigrated from who knows where. We were taking pictures with our phone, and this wasn't like the iPhone wasn't even out yet. So this was like a BlackBerry.
So it was what, 2000? Let's see. We turned 21 in 2008, so it was 2008 to 2009.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I mean, it's like a BlackBerry or
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
something, and just a shitty iPhone picture. And then they literally came over, and they're
Yeah.
like, "What's so funny?" And we were like, hairy vagina or like whatever,
Yeah.
like Mike Cunt or whatever it was. And we're just
We're
giggling like a bunch
laughing
of
and taking
schoolgirls.
pictures. And
And she's like, "You guys should." And we had
they
12,
shut our
we
time
had
out.
12 minutes left, and they fucking cut us off.
Okay, you guys should get out.
But
Okay.
it
I'm
was
sorry.
New
We're sorry.
York would be fun. We should go back.
We should.
Who's
Good.
with us? Here.
Cernus.
I guess we'll go. Oh, yeah. Man.
We'll do a live cast of her.
Oh
We'll
my
Facebook Live it.
Oh, there we go. We'll reach a new audience. In fantasy, we saw Yankees games. So that was the old Yankee Stadium in
And
Shea.
that was for
Now
those.
there's 2 new stadiums over there.
Yeah,
So
for
we
those who, obviously most of you don't know. I'm gonna say 99%.
Yeah.
The reason we went to New York was to see that was the last year that Yankee Stadium the old Yankee Stadium was open,
Mhm.
and actually Shea.
Yeah.
Remember, we actually didn't even know that. We went for Yankee Stadium. We saw Yankee Royals, and then we,
Fucking elephant.
yeah, I know. And then
Cough.
we went to. We didn't know. We actually found out it was the Yankees and it was the Mets last year
Yeah.
in Shea. So it was actually the Mets and the Braves happened to be there. That
Really?
Was, yeah, it was. Remember, because we were watching and they were
Chipper
killing
Jones
Larry,
went
yeah.
0 for
They
something.
call him
Yeah.
Larry and all that.
Okay. I do remember that. And we kind of. Any wives listening? Earmuffs. Didn't we go back with some girls? Go back into Manhattan with some girls?
Oh, we did.
And it
They
got
left us at some bar.
right. And it started getting kind of not weird, but they were wanted us to pay
Scrape-
for stuff.
No. Remember, she started screaming at the cabbie.
Oh, that's right. She was yelling at the cab driver.
You let us out, please.
And then she took us to some
Swanky bar, wasn't it?
some fancy bar, and we're wearing fucking t-shirts and shorts.
Yeah.
And sweat.
This
and
one,
we
like-
got
like-
baseball hats on.
That's when like the fish tanks in the ceilings.
Yeah.
And it was like weird. And it was like, we'll go here. And she's like screaming at the cabbie,
We're
"You're
not
trying
gonna-
to fuck us!" And I was like, okay.
And what happened with that? Like nothing. Obviously nothing.
They left. I don't
Yeah.
know what they did.
And we're like, okay. But we rode the subway back with them or something?
Yeah, we did. Remember, we happened.
I mean, this is late. I mean, we were probably drinking heavily.
We were drinking.
I seriously don't remember anything about Shea Stadium, which is probably not good. But
And he did all the negotiating for our tickets.
oh, okay, I remember that. Yeah,
I don't remember. She like there was for some reason they rode the subway back with us, and then she's like, "You want to catch a cab to some bar?" And we're saying yes.
yeah.
And then I remember
I mean,
her
this has got to be 12 at midnight or midnight.
Oh,
whatever,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
yeah.
New York. We had a good 4 hours to go. I do remember her like screaming at the cabbie.
I remember that, and
I
then
remember,
I
like,
also
going, "Oh
remember
my
her
God."
going.
We made a mistake.
It must have been Sunday because she's like, I have to work tomorrow. I'm a hedge
Yeah,
hedge
yeah.
fund manager or something.
Yeah, I was like, oh my
Like,
God.
I don't
we
fucking care. I work for a bank. I'm like a fucking
Wells
worker
Fargo.
bee. Yeah, Wells Fargo. Yeah, that didn't pan out well for anybody. Is
No.
that the night when we walked, like literally walked through the Dunkin' Donuts, or the remember there was
Yes.
that McDonald's or a fast food kitty
So-
corner to where our hotel was?
Yeah, it was. So there was a McDonald's, and right next door there was a Dunkin' Donuts.
We never had Dunkin' Donuts. in our
No,
life.
and apparently it was the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
Over there, we didn't know. I remember we got so trashed where we tried to
We were trying to go through the drive-through.
drive through, trying to walk through the drive
I
through.
remember going.
Literally, I went, come on, dude.
Making car noises.
You cannot.
to trick.
Trying to pay the guy. Remember?
Backfiring.
Remember we tried to. Tony started throwing up.
Tony was really.
Yeah.
he-
So we
sick.
had to. I
was
walk
really-
him.
He was really sick.
So I remember walking him back up, and then we like give him a sausage and cheese McMuffin or something like
Yeah.
that. We would pay some fucking guy to drive to the line.
Did we pay someone in the drive-through?
Yeah, we get us some stuff.
That's right. Because they wouldn't service in the drive-through.
No, he
So a
said.
car came up,
Yeah.
and we's like, "Hey, we want fucking 6 double doubles. Here's $10. Like, we'll pay you double of what they're worth if you do it for us."
Yes. Yeah.
And he did, and much to our surprise, he actually gave
He
us
gives
the
us
food
change.
and the change.
Like, okay, there's no way we're gonna change back, but he gave it to us. I was like, oh,
And
wow.
giant mosquito, fucking.
Oh,
fuck right
mosquito.
there, yeah.
Yeah. So that was the night. For those you don't know, that wasn't the. No, that wasn't the night with the ladies that followed us back. I don't think.
What?
That was the night that Tony's dad was with us because remember he was thrown up in the in the
Tony?
trash can. Tony was thrown up in the
Tony
trash
was,
can in the subway.
Tony's a seaman lover.
I remember that.
And
Oh, okay, you're right. 'cause
and
we were
you
taking
and
the
I were
subway.
trying to so Chip and Cern were trying to find the mystery of Master Splinter. Remember, because those subway rats were
As big
so
as my
huge.
fucking dog.
Oh yeah, they were huge. So we were trying to like figure this
mean,
out.
No joke.
They were-
10 pounds? 12
Oh,
pounds
yeah,
maybe?
They're about 10 pounds.
Yeah.
There are some huge rats. I mean,
Fuck.
Chip and Cern, we were trying to figure this out, and we were pretty fucked up. So we were like running through the subway trying to figure out these rats that were running through because, fuck, in New York, I swear to God, it was like, was it like 9 o'clock at night? It was like cut off, and like the rats would come out.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't see any rats during the middle of the day, but it was like right around 9, 10 o'clock, they would come out, and they would be fucking
They're
huge.
I mean, they're as big as cats.
Yeah, cats.
Fucking scary.
Minimum cats. Maybe a bobcat, I would say. So we were trying to do that. So that was that one night. So then Tony got sick because we were all fucked up.
Yeah. And we got off the subway and we kind of walked back.
Yeah.
And then we walked through McDonald's to try to
Yeah, that's what we
reboot
tried to.
Tony.
yeah.
Tony.
thinking back, we were in the best neighborhood.
No.
We should.
I'm surprised.
We didn't get a shot.
I mean, we weren't doing any. I mean, we weren't bugging anybody. We were just being fucking stupid.
Yeah, we weren't bugging anybody, but there was some some stupid shit.
I mean, it was because I remember one day we did something early in the morning. And we came back to our hotel, and then we're like, oh, let's go get some like tall cans or like
Yeah.
Captain
Pregame
Morgan
shit,
or
yeah.
something to pregame. And like at 4:30, everything started closing.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we don't sell anything. It's like, oh, okay. It's fine. I'm going to take a huge Carnegie Deli shit.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Clog the toilet up.
This was fantasy baseball, and then turned
Yeah.
to New York trip.
That was a lot of fun.
It was.
Again, I wish Tony would tell us why we got invited.
Yeah, I don't know why we got invited either.
Do you think what sort of like mountains would need to move to make that happen? Again, us four, you, me, Tony, Dana, and Joe. 5. If it's for 4 days, I can make it happen. Joe,
I
no
can make it happen
problem.
too.
Dana, probably.
The big mountains.
Tony,
Mississippi Lover.
biggest mountain. Okay,
We could do it.
and we could split one room.
Oh yeah.
We'll all bunk
So I don't know. Oh,
Excuse me. Thank you.
So what say you? I don't think it's just me. The guys,
Yeah.
we share we share beds and
Oh,
stuff.
no
yeah,
problem.
it's no big deal.
I mean, one room, no problem.
Yeah.
I would actually prefer that,
Yeah.
so I could see Joe's pecker. But
The grab ass thing that goes on.
oh my god, it's like that's the most. That's one of the more fun
Yeah.
things of it is when you get back to the room and you're like, okay, let's go to sleep.
It's
And
our
all of a
grab
sudden,
ass.
just grab ass fucking just bullshit kids shit.
The giggling.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say we would stay in Jamaica, Queens anymore. I would probably say, oh, let's get a Soho place.
Yeah,
or
let's
Manhattan
do
or
Soho
whatever.
at least.
Like, you know, if we split a $200 a night room 5
Oh,
ways,
yeah, that would be
that's
no
that's way
biggie.
more doable than, you know. We at least have some money now as opposed to zero
Zero.
back in the day. But
We were trying to like zero money. We're like trying to like put our pennies together. Like, okay, I can try to get that.
yeah, we're like, do we have enough money for McDonald's in the morning? I remember getting the giant. Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts was such a foreign.
Yeah, I remember like hearing of it, but I remember like,
I remember them saying, "Oh, it's better than Krispy Kreme," because didn't the Krispy Kreme just open in Roseville?
yeah, the
and it
Krispy
was-
Kreme was like
and
it
I'm
was
like,
like the
oh,
shit
really?
because it just opened up. It was
Yeah.
like hot donuts and
So I mean, we went and it was okay. I remember
Yeah.
getting a probably what had 1,400 calories
the big.
iced coffee or
Oh
whatever
yeah,
in the morning.
yeah,
God, that would be a blast.
it would be. Today it would
Oh.
be. Oh god.
We would have to do Friday to Monday.
Yeah. Side note on our side note.
Yeah.
So I don't know about you, but I remember like I hear my dad and stuff like knowing what I know now at your age, I could do,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, whatever. I remember like, oh, fuck, whatever. And now I think about it like, damn it. If
What was
knowing
he
what-
saying?
with
What would
with
he say that you?
with like girls who come out like
Oh, okay.
knowing what I know now at your age, and I'm like, oh, okay,
Right.
okay,
Shut up, old man. Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what you're talking about. But now that I think about it, like, oh, I think about like knowing what I know now, and then we go back to like a
Yeah.
epic vacation. Oh God, it
We
would be.
haven't done any big thing like that in a while.
We haven't.
That would be good. Let's put it in the works. For a couple of days, for a long weekend, we can do it.
We could do it. Oh yeah.
Red eye, balls
Easy.
to the wall.
Oh.
That next day at work though,
Oh.
worthless.
Oh yeah. I'm worthless.
For sure, worthless.
I'd just be napping on my computer.
Yeah. Well, fantasy team blows. How about yours, Cerny?
Mine blows
Yeah,
too.
okay. Well,
I'm 10
talk
and
to
Chip
you
is
next-
12.
talk to
So
you next
that-
time.
That's what we did like 30 minutes on New York.
Right. So if you went Chip and Stern Show and Co, Tony, Dana, Joe,
Joseph.
I think, no offense, Tony or Dana, but Joe he's going to bring it home for us. More over there. Like,
I think
that'll
he is,
take
yeah.
the trip to the top.
He is.
Having
He's taking the ship.
And plus, Joe will come with a nice, like, fucking bootleg Louis Vuitton purse or backpack. We can talk him into getting it for his mom or something.
There you go.
Yeah.
You can find us at chipandsternshow.com. You can email us at chipandsternshow@gmail.com. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Chip and Stern Show. Just Google Chip and Stern Show.
Google it.
Anything Chip and Stern Show.
There's no Snapchat yet.
No, not yet.
I mean, if you need us in the titties, you probably have our phone number if you're that hard up. But
Call my wife.
yeah. If not, just tweet us at Chip and Stern Show, and potentially we'll set a record for the fastest Snapchat account setup ever. Just let us know. And if you have any tips for Chip and Stern on fantasy in particular, on like how to play the game,
True.
I just don't have the time or the desire to like really invest into it.
I do like the Sundays set lineup.
That's what I like about the Pick on Football League that we're in, which we like lay the groundwork for Joe,
We
because
did.
Joe has a lot of connections in that.
He does. He has a lot of connections.
So, when does football kick off? It's October,
September, October, something like that. Yeah.
September, October. So we need. I mean, we had a good league last
We
year.
did. So
So
I
what if we gave it a month before that?
I already have some prospects asking me.
Okay.
Some new ones.
Do you think?
Not.
How many people did we get?
32? Something like that.
I mean, what if we got 50? I mean, the 50 seems easy.
Easy.
100?
Let's start at 50.
Okay, we'll go with 50. Yeah,
So
If you
Chip and
wanted-
Stern Show swag.
yeah.
Chip and Stern Show .com/shop.
Yes, very good, Cerny. And if you want in the Chip and Stern Show Fantasy League of any sport,
Yeah.
I guess just hit us up on Twitter or Facebook or whatever.
Just hit up on any platform. You can even email us if you want. We'll set you up.
Yeah, well, that would
Our
be,
league is
maybe we'll make the fucking football league, since it is sort of our league.
yeah.
We'll just call it the Chip and Stern Show League. Get some free impressions, free press.
It's a pick'em league. I don't know if we'll do it this year, but it's more of like we did points and stuff
I
last
think
year.
we should do it.
Yeah.
Do you think we should do head-to-head or on the spread?
Ooh, the spread was good. Spread was
The
kind of
spread was fun.
Okay, we're doing spreads.
So you pick, they'll go, Niners versus Cardinals.
Yeah.
Cardinals at
+3.
plus
Whatever. They're 3-point favorites.
+9.
Yeah.
Let's
+3.
be
What am I talking about?
honest here, yeah.
Come on, what am I talking about?
And then you pick either. So you could win.
Cardinals gonna win by 9. Are they gonna win, or are they gonna
Right.
win by 8? And then that way you pick the Niners.
I think I know how I'm going this year
Okay.
with the first couple weeks.
All right.
But that was fun. What was the buy-in? 50?
Yeah, $50.
And then if you won a week, you made your money back, and then at the end you won 400,
Something like that.
200, and 100. or something.
Yeah.
I'd like to bump the week payout a little higher. Like if you
I
win a
agree.
week, you not only do you make your money back, you make an extra.
Plus a little bit.
25
Plus a little bit lining pockets.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, a little walk around money, a little
A
spin.
little wham.
Yeah. Have you given up?
I'm good.
I'm close to
We're
giving
good.
up on fantasy baseball. Anyway, hit us up, chipandsternshow.com or chipandsternshow@gmail or blah, blah, whatever Cerny said
Yeah.
before.
Anything
Anyway.
Chip and Stern Show.
And you'll see us in New York in some point. Anyway, until next time, I'm Chip.
I'm CERN.
Cheers.